So welcome to the webinar. Today we will be discussing on anthropology. Previous questions also. I didn't give you the prior notification that previous questions also I will be discussing now. Yes, everyone, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, everyone, please keep your audio in mute. Yes. Everyone, please keep your audio in mute. Yes. So today we will be discussing on anthropology. 2019 questions also we will be discussing. And what should be the strategy for the preparation of anthropology? These all things we will be discussing today. So I welcome you. I welcome everyone for the webinar, and we will start. So first, decision making. We need to make a decision. So decision making, how to choose optional. How to choose optional, which is very, very important. So how we choose our friend, or how we choose our spouse, or how we choose our locality, how we choose our career. In the same way, for the UPSC preparation also, we need to be very careful in choosing our optional. The same importance how much we give to the optional, the same importance how much we give to the best friend, the same importance we need to give to the optional. The optional will decide whether you need to be in the race or whether you need to be out of the race. That total will be depend upon this optional. So we have to be very careful in choosing the optional. Why? Because optional will create, optional will destroy. Two things can happen. Opting for appropriate optional, like choosing as one of your best friend because he or she should be an example of a friend in need is a friend in need. Why? Because I like this quote very much. I like this quote very, very much because optional is that much important. When we are scoring very less marks in our general studies, optional marks will be decided. Optional mark will be decided. So it should be like a friend indeed in a friend indeed. It should be like in a spouse when we are in the problem. It should be like a parents who are in problem, who are coming for our rescue. So optional is a rescue down. We should not compromise with the optional. We should not take as a choice. We should take it. We should take it out of the alternatives. The best we need to take. There is no chance just I am going to it. No, it should not be like that. We have to be very careful. So that is important. So what are the criteria? What are the criteria required for choosing an optional? These all things we will be discussing the coming time. Similarly, the civil aspirants need to choose their optional. For instance, all the successful civil aspirants. India's toughest exam believe that their optional as their best friend. Whoever cleared the examination, they believe that this is the very toughest examination. Hence, for the toughest examination, the optional is the main criteria. So choosing optional. So I believe that you came for the webinar of anthropology. You decided, you made a decision. You decided and you made a decision, and the decision is anthropology. And the decision is anthropology. You made a decision. You made a decision, and the decision is anthropology. How we are coming up. So you made a decision that anthropology is optional. The next. Why anthropology? We need to know. You should know. You believed that anthropology is the best option. You had interrogated, you had examined, and you came to the conclusion that anthropology is the best option. So what are the reasoning behind it? You have to know it. The first one is, which I tell very, very frequently, it's a limited syllabus and clarity in syllabus will be there. Anthropology ke liye, it is very limited syllabus and clarity in syllabus, very clear. Marriage, family, kinship, economic systems, political systems, religion, culture, society, tribal India, Indian society, evolution of anthropology as a discipline, evolution of man, archaeology, culture change. So these all are very, very relevant, which we are coming across day to day life. So it will be very, very clear, limited syllabus and clarity of syllabus. 80% of preparation will be static and 20% will be dynamic. Yes, this is 100% true. This is 100% true. There is no change in that. 80% is static and 20% is dynamic. Just we need to add. We need to add content. We need to add current affairs to the static part. Then your answer will become more dynamic. It is not a dynamic, but you have to make it dynamic. That is the importance of the classes. The track record from the previous results also proved that anthropology is high scoring option. Yes, from the last 4 or 5 years, what we are noticing is we are noticing last 4 or 5 years. Yes.
मेरे लैपटॉप पे भी है.
We are noticing that yes, it is very good scoring subject. It is highly scoring subject. People are scoring up to 350, up to 360 also. How it is possible? Because of its clarity, because of its limited syllabus which is present. The questions, main important point, now I am going to discuss about 2019 paper 1, few questions, 2019 paper 2, few questions. 2019 paper 1, few questions, 2019 paper 2, few questions. Why? Because in order to substantiate this, questions in the final examination will be direct. There won't be any round tripping of questions. The questions will be direct. The questions will be to the point. Direct questions will be there. So because of direct questions, an average student can also answer. That is the beauty of anthropology. We no need to think. So, sir, whether other options also will be in the same way, that I don't know. But in our options, the questions will be direct. There won't be any round tripping of the question. That is one of the major advantage for an average student. There's a proper availability of material resources in the society. I'm not telling it is market, it is society. Because we will be discussing about the society. We will be discussing about the tribal society. We will be discussing about the rural society. So there is abundant availability of material is there. There is abundant sources are there. But the importance is how we are categorizing, how we are arranging, how we are stratifying. That is where the most important. There is a proper availability of material and resources in society, and we need to arrange it. We need to prioritize it. Sab kuch padhe to kuch bhi yaad nahi rehta. If we read everything, nothing we can. So we have to prioritize it. That is also important. But here, what I want to tell you that yes, there is material is there with anthropology. Yes, if there is a material, yes, it's a right choice. Anthropology subject is never a new subject. Anthropology subject is never a new subject. It's about ourselves. It's about our own evolution. It's about our own culture. It's about our own society. It's about our own family system. So we will be learning more about ourselves. But emphasis on tribal society. That is what. Yes, we will be understanding ourselves. At the same time, we will be understanding from the perspective of tribal population. Because the topics present in the syllabus are the issues which we observe in our daily life, like marriage, family, kinship. Hence, it makes a subject interesting. Which we know earlier. We are not reading something new, which we are practicing every day. The same thing is there in the book. Then whether it is not interesting, yes, 100% it is interesting. These are the 5 points. 6th point, most important, it covers 30% of the general studies syllabus as well. Indian society, general studies 1. In general studies 1, 3 modules are there. GS 1, 3 modules are there. History, Indian society, and geography. In that general studies GS1 there is Indian society. Indian society module nearly covers 30 to 35% of the questions. Yes, GS1 covered. In GS2 also you have 3 modules. In GS3 also, in GS2 also there is 3 modules. Polity, governance, and international relations. And in that, how we are prioritizing, that is also in governance also it is covered. Then in economics, GS3, economics, internal security, disaster management. Internal security also we will be covering in Naxalite versus Maoists. So most important point which I want to tell you is in your ethics paper, lot of examples we can generate from anthropology. People will not do so. We will get lot of examples in anthropology subject. Tribal examples we will get, rural examples we will get, case studies we will get. These case studies we can also write in our ethics paper as well as in your general essay paper also. The people will not integrate with other papers, but we need to integrate with other papers. Ethics may examples we can draw from the anthropology paper, and general essay also we can draw the examples from anthropology. because of which general studies in overall GS 1, 2, 3, ethics and general essay also we are covering from this particular option. As paper 2 of anthropology consists of social issues like tribal issues, we can expect questions in interview as well. So when we are doing anthropology as the optional, most expected question, most favorite question, when we go to the interview board with anthropology optional, the interviewer will feel interesting to ask questions on anthropology. So if you are damn sure, if you are having the command on the subject, then everything will be easy. So you can answer properly to the interviewer. So you can drive the interview also. Interview also you can drive according to your lines. That is also one of the major advantage. In 2019 prelims, recently concluded 2019 prelims, directly 3 questions came from tribal issue. 3 questions directly came from tribal issues. 3 questions. Since last 5 to 6 years, the 8 to 9% of the students who cleared civil service examination is from anthropology optional, which I am not telling. The report of UPSC is telling. Average. Major advantage is we can do. This is the point which I like most in anthropology. See, we will be doing coaching, or we will be doing self-study, or we will be preparing for long term for becoming an IAS or etc. For who is going to decide? The mains paper and interview marks is going to decide. Mains paper, how you are going to write the mains exam, how better you are going to do your revision. So everything depends upon what? Your revision. So at the time of revision, this subject will be very, very useful. It will be very useful. It will be very easy at the time of everything. We can mold it into 10 static. Why? Static paper. Because static paper. Enduku static paper. So that revision notes before the examination we can make very easily through this particular subject. So because of this 10 points, anthropology is the best optional for UPSC civil services preparation. Because of this 10 points, quick revision I am doing, limited clarity, 80% static, questions in the final examinations are direct, materials are present, anthropology is interesting, it covers 30% general studies syllabus, we can expect questions in interview as well. Prelims also we got question in 2019, and the annual report of UPSC is telling that most of the aspirants are clearing from anthropology, and the revision before final examination is very easy. If we are not clearing also, if the track record is negative, for example, if you think the track record is negative, but it will help for doing revision, we can do revision, quick revision we can do, we can feel very confident. The confidence we can acquire through this particular. So these are the major things which motivated me, or which makes me to tell other aspirants, young aspirants, how to prepare for, or why we should take anthropology as the option. So after that, so I want to explain you about the syllabus. Okay, sir, fine. So you tell anthropology is a good optional. Can you just give me a brief overview of the syllabus? There are 2 papers are there, paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 is called as general anthropology, paper 2 is called as Indian anthropology. So if you see, the comparison will be very, very similar. This is general, this is Indian. This is general and this is Indian. In general anthropology and in Indian anthropology, evolution of man. How evolution of man happened generally. Evolution of man in India. So evolution of man in the world, evolution of man in India. General archaeology, how the cultural remains, specimens like this, tools, tools, how the specimens are obtained. What we can decode the information from the specimens which we got, archaeological studies, general archaeology and Indian archaeology. Archaeological things with respect to the world and archaeological things with respect to India. Socio-cultural anthropology, very clear. Society, culture, marriage, family, kinship, economic systems, political systems and religion. Anthropological thought, very, very interesting. What thinkers thought, how culture evolved. What is culture change? How culture evolved? This is what we will be doing under this particular topic called as anthropological thought. Physical anthropology. People think that this is biology, 100% wrong. If this is really a medical science thing, if it is really a research oriented thing, if it is really we want a person who is doing research in biology, then the subject name will not be anthropology. Subject name will be anthropology and biology, or else anthropology and medical science. Then why they kept the name called as anthropology? Anthropology is a social subject. We no need to do research. We no need any information research oriented. We need only information which is social oriented, which is societies oriented, which is culture oriented. Oh, there is a genetical disease. So this genetical disease, in how it is occurred in this particular population. Oh, this is what, which is this type of marriage system is there. They are marrying, they are doing marriage among themselves. So because of marriage among themselves, what type of genetical disease they are facing? In that way. In that way, so physical anthropology is never a biology subject. Physical anthropology is a social subject only. But the genetical diseases, we will be understanding about the genetics and genetical disease, health and disease in different populations. Only 6 to 7 subunits are present. That is about physical anthropology. Then applications of anthropology. Applications of anthropology. The knowledge of anthropology we will be applying on defense, applying on sports, applying on paternity diagnosis, applying on different sectors. Applications of anthropology. This concepts which we learn, we are applying. This is paper 1, which is called as general anthropology. Whereas paper 2 is called as Indian anthropology. So evolution of man in the world, evolution of man in India. The same way how the evolution of man happened in the world, here we will be discussing about evolution of man in India. Ramapithecus, Shivapithecus, Narmada man. So evolution of man in India. Indian archaeology. Same. How there is a world Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic, Chalcolithic, Indian Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic, Chalcolithic. This is Indian archaeology. Anthropology as a discipline in India. See, we came across a new discipline called as anthropology. So we need to know how anthropology evolved as that much big discipline. What are the reasons behind it? So that is anthropology as a discipline in India. We are understanding the reasons. We are understanding the reasons behind evolution of anthropology as a discipline. That is one of the module. Indian society, rural society. Indian society means rural society because majority of the population is living in rural India. So rural India is nothing but Indian society. Tribal India. Tribal India. Understanding about the tribes. What are the problems of the tribes? The plight conditions of the tribes. Tribal examples. Tribal case studies. Next, applications of anthropology in understanding social problems. What are social problems? Regionalism, communalism, ethnic conflicts. So how we can use this knowledge of anthropology for solving these issues? How we can use this particular knowledge for solving this issue? That is what application of anthropology in understanding of social problems. In this way, yes. Yes, everyone please mute your respective audios, please. It's a request, gentle request. Okay. In this way, there is paper 1 and paper 2. Evolution of man in India. General archaeology, Indian archaeology. Sociocultural anthropology, anthropology as discipline in India. Anthropological thought, Indian society. Physical anthropology, tribal India. Applications of anthropology, applications. If you see, both are same. This is general and the world. This is
म्यूट करने के लिए बोल रहा था।
लेकिन तो आपने
yes. 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 I did mute for everyone. In this way, there is syllabus discussion is going on, paper 1 and paper 2. Then 2019 anthropology paper 1. There are some evidences. See, paper 1, culture relativism. How we need to do, I want to explain. Culture relativism means there is a concept called as historical particularism, which is linked to culture relativism. But we need to explain with contemporary examples how culture relativism, by taking the example of Rohingya Muslims, by taking the examples of ethnic cleansing in Africa, which is going on. So such a type of culture relativism with contemporary examples, if you write now, you will get more marks. The question is direct culture relativism. So write the concept, explain about the concept, take the contemporary example and substantiate. Relationship between the linguistics and socio-cultural anthropology. Relationship between linguistics and socio-cultural anthropology. Language, socio-cultural anthropology. Language, socio-cultural anthropology. What is the relationship between both of them? So people will think that that is something different. No, we have to take the anthropologist name, Levi-Strauss, what he told, Sapphire and Wolf, what they told. So we need to combine the relationship between the language and the culture. Third, discuss the evolutionary sequence of bipedalism and erect posture. We should not write the theory. We need to draw the diagrams. It is not biology. It is about just our skeleton parts we need to put forward. Elucidate Mesolithic culture and associated rock art with examples from India. See, this is paper 1. See, this is paper 1. Elucidate Mesolithic culture and associated rock art with examples from India. What does it mean? Yes. What does it mean? It means that paper 2 ka questions bhi paper 1 mein पूछता है. Paper 2 question paper is different from paper 1 question paper. So both are not different, both are integrated, both are one and the same. So never think that I will do paper 1, never think that I will do paper 2. No, we have to club it. For example, when we are doing general archaeology, parallelly we have to do Indian archaeology. When we are doing evolution of man generally, we should also do evolution of man in India. So both should go hand in hand, then you will understand very easily. See, this is the evidence. Paper 1, paper 2 question is there. Why? Because rock art examples from India means paper 2 question. Genetico-environmental factors influencing. See the questions. These are not physical anthropology. This is not biology. Genetico-environmental factors influencing human growth. My growth. If I get proper nutrition, obviously I will grow. I will evolve good. My parenting is good, then obviously I will be good. That means what? Environmental factors will be there. Societal factors will be there. Cultural factors will be there apart from genetical factors. So genetics and environment both will go hand in hand for the sake of growth and development. For the sake of growth and development. This is, so see, is it not the direct questions? Is it not the direct questions? Yes, it's the direct question. Paper 2. Phylogenetic position and morphological features of Ramapithecus. You have to draw the figure of Ramapithecus and you have to explain the where it fixes. Phylogenetic status means who's after who, who's after who, who's after who. So we have to fix it. That is phylogenetic status of Ramapithecus. Ethno-archaeological analysis of women hunting activities of contemporary tribal communities. You know, people will not discuss in detail. Why? Because it's a little bit tough topic. Ethno-archaeology, very interesting topic. By finding the specimen, if I found this specimen, I will be analyzing how this specimen or how this tool they might be used. Primitive man might be used. So understanding this, that is called as ethno-archaeology, a theory will be there. So we need to attach with the contemporary societies. How? That is what ethno-archaeological analysis. Jajimane system and contemporary market economy. You know, people will think that paper 1 is large syllabus, paper 2 is small. No, paper 1 only scoring subject. Paper 2 is small, but it's more of dynamic. So you have to make it more dynamic. So exam, we have to guess the questions and we have to. Then easily we can score 300 marks. Yes. You know, I'm not exaggerating myself. It's an open challenge. I conducted test series in 2019. 85% of the questions, I conducted 14 tests in my test series. From 14 tests, 85% of the questions directly came from my test series. I can challenge you. I'm not exaggerating myself. Just I want to inform you. I'm informing. Describe the problem indicating Indian Paleolithic culture with emphasis on Sonian culture. So application. So Paleolithic Son culture. Paleolithic Son culture. What has been contribution of tribals to Indian independence? So what is the contributions of tribals? Very important. We will be understanding tribe. मगर Indian independence के लिए tribal का contribution है ना. So what is the tribal contribution? So tribal revolves, you have to write. Tribal revolves on British Empire. That those all are Indian independence movement only. So we have to categorize it and we have to. So paper 2 is tough, my dear. Paper 1 is never a tough. Paper 1 only subunits are biology, 4 to 5 subunits are there. Paper 2, societal point of view, tribal point of view, example point of view. A person who studied the subject in detail can answer this. So in this way, paper 1, but if you see, if you read properly for 5 months, if you read properly for 6 months, 100%, 90% of the paper you can attempt and come. Nothing is different. I choose it. I didn't took easy questions. I choose tough questions. Properly for 5 months, for 6 months, if you sit properly and if you study, no, yes, anthropology in your hands. But one more question people will be asking me. One more question, a lot of people will be asking me, what is that question? Means, sir, nowadays most of the people are coming to anthropology. Most of the people are coming to anthropology. Then what happened? There will be some scaling. The UPSC will cut the marks by, because most of the people see. In our 10th class also, we all students wrote only one question paper. In our 10th class also, we all wrote one question paper only. But only one person got state rank or one person only got district first rank. Why not all? That means quality matters. Let 100% choose anthropology optional. Still there will be difference. The quality in answer, the content in the answer. Who writes better, he will get the marks. Not the person who are writing the same. So we have to write better. Our content should be better when compared to other person. So that is a myth that most of the people are taking anthropology. No, 100% not. If you take public administration also, if you take geography also, if your answer is correct, if your content is correct, if your content is unique, 100% you will get more marks. There is nothing like that in UPSC examination. No, it's all about the content, how dynamic you are evolving, how good you are writing the answer. That's it. But it's about how availability of content. It's about availability of content is also matters. Fifth question, what has been the contributions of tribal movements we have to write. Just tribal movements. See, whatever the movement against British, either it may be 1857 or it may be 1947. All the movements against British means Indian independence movement only. All the tribal revolts against the British will come under this fifth. People will not understand this. So in this way we need to do. So my dear students, don't bother that most of that is a wrong myth it is. It's a myth. 10 people are there, only one person, why he is clearing the prelims? 10 people are there, only one person, why he is writing mains, why he is going interview, why he is getting the service? Because something is there that we need to inculcate, that we need to have. This is what about paper 1 and paper 2 discussion. So now doubts, yes. Please, if anyone to the point, directly go to the question, doubts you ask me. Sir, but won't it be equal to history? And that's what we have to bring the anthropologist's name. We have to bring the anthropologist names. Two things are anthropological context: tribal examples and anthropologist names. In your answer, if there is anthropologist name, in your answer, if tribal examples are there, your answer is anthropological perspective. Yes. How to manage with prelims for 2020 and anthro? Yes, 100%. I will tell you. Yes, Divya, I will tell you. Just the general questions we will take. Yes, if you write anthropologist name, that is very good thing that is. You have to write. Yes, yes, I will tell you. First, let me take the general questions, Sangram. No need, not at all. World tribes, all are human beings. No one can remember. Indian tribes also not necessary. There will be some specific tribes like Kasi, Santals, Orans, Chinchus, Todas, Bills. So important tribes we have to categorize and we have to remember it. Will you guide about the 5th Gen batch too? Yes, I will tell. I will be telling about it. Yes. Yes. No, diagram is, see, the thing is, nothing is mandatory. Nothing is mandatory. It's all about how you are making your answer visible. Nothing is mandatory. Nothing is against. There is nothing called we should not write. There is nothing called we should write. There is no one best way. Understand this. There is no one best way. The only thing is we need to make our answer visible. We need to make our answer better. We need to make our answer appealing. So how not only diagrams, we can go for graphs, we can go for pie charts, we can go for flow charts, we can go for diagrams, we can go for block diagrams. It's all about how you are arranging. It's all about how you are presenting. That is what makes a difference. People bolte hai write flow chart. No, anything you can write. But the thing is, answer should be addressing the question. Answer should be addressing the demand of the question, and it should be presented innovatively. It should be presented innovatively means what? Appealing, clear, not boring, monotonous. See, if I teach the class like this only for 4 hours, I have the capacity to teach the 4 hours. Whether you are ready to listen, no, monotonous. Similarly, when the examiner is evaluating your answer, he should not feel monotonous. So you have to make your answer visible, appealing. It can be by the block diagram, it can be by the flow chart, it can be by the graph, it can be by the pie chart. After studying the anthropology fully, I will solve the questions of previous years, or we should start thinking about to solve the previous year's question paper now. No. See, what we have to do, Vaibhav, one more question. Sir, after studying your class notes and PDF provided by you, do we still need to study and standard books, and I am totally new to the subject? Do we need any background? Paper is all about mugging up. Yes, listen. So see, the answer is just for this. We should never think that I will do this and I will start this. No, everything should go parallelly. If you are reading 50th unit of paper 2, for example, Indian society, you started with Indian society. You do Indian society unit and you complete previous question. You do Indian society questions and you complete writing answer also. Parallelly, you have to go. Why? Because it's about acquiring the confidence. It's about acquiring the confidence. Once if you conquer the confidence, no one can stop you. For that conquering of confidence, do 5.1, write answers. Do 5.2, write answers. Do 5.3, write answers. In that way it should be. So now we are coming up with an all-in-one course, which is all together. What are all there in our course that I will be explaining. Any doubts, again I will take. I will ask for the doubts, please, then only you message, then you can understand properly. So ours is all in. So we are coming up with a personalized anthropology online batch. We are coming up with personalized online batch. So we had some commandments. We have some commandments. What are the commandments? I will be doing one by one. Before that, you have to know about me. I did my graduation, then I did my PG, then right now I'm pursuing my PhD. I went to 3 times interview, 2 times I got very good marks, and I believe that there is nothing called as teacher-student model. I believe in democratic model. Teacher and student both should mingle together. Both should integrate together. Both should happily associate with each other. Student should not fear to call the teacher for the subject. Student should not fear to associate with the teacher. So the freedom should be there. I believe in that. No teacher-student model, matured international model of lectures, friendly and two-way interactive classes. I believe in that. Proper class notes I will be giving. Yes, for that you can randomly check with any of the person. Compulsory exams and personal evaluation by myself I will be doing. And my student possess all the answers all the rights to question me, any question they can ask me personally as well. But because my number is open, my phone number is open, I have only one number that is open to the society. My target is my student should cross 300 plus marks, and I know how. That I will be explaining now. So June 5th, we are coming up with the course. June 5th, we are coming up with the course focusing on 2020 and focusing on 2021 mains. Here, I will give a strategy for 2021 mains and 2020 mains and 2021 mains as well. So what is this upcoming course? That I will be giving you the clear direction. So success. This is the bridge course. This is the bridge course. So how we are coming out and reaching this will be telling us. So I had 10 commandments. I come up with the 10 commandments. It is open. What I am going to promise you. Number 1, total syllabus will be completed within 100 days. It is not exactly 100 days. 100 days of classes, 100 days of attendance. So some people will confuse how 100 days a teacher can complete. 100 days of classes, every day 2 hours of class, sometimes Sundays also I will be taking the class. No holidays in between. 10 days, 10 days we have exams. 10 days we have exams. 2 days on working days we have exams. So overall 12 tests I am putting, 10 holidays for the sake of writing exam. And 10 days I am giving holidays, approximately 9 days, exactly 9 days I am giving holidays for prelims preparation, assuming that August 9th will be the prelims and giving from August 1st to August 9th holidays, so that 2020 means people will get benefited to prepare, to do revision for their prelims. So the timetable will be given on May 28th, already I gave, it is with you. On which day, which topic I will teach and which exam will be there. A clarity is there. A clarity is there. The same such timetable I followed in my other batches also. I fulfilled my target. There is not a single remark. I fulfilled in my earlier projects also, in my earlier batches also, the same schedule I gave to you. Each and every topic in the syllabus paper will be covered and value added notes will be provided in the form of soft copy. So everyone is asking me this question. So listen, what I will do, I'm coming up with a workbook. So what is this workbook? It is there in USA and in some international schools in India, but not in competitive examinations in India. For the first time, we are coming up with this new idea called as workbook. What is this workbook? For example, paper 1, 5.1, paper 2, 5.1, I am starting with Indian society. Guess. Just think. 5.1, Indian village as a social system. Significance of Indian village. So one topic. So I am giving you a workbook. In that workbook, there will be topic, there will be space. And on the same topic, what is the previous question which asked in UPSC examination and expected question. Topic based question, again space. You have to write answer at your own. Second topic, which I will be teaching, you have to make the running notes in the class or after the class with your own hands, your own notes on the space which I am giving you. Why? Because in UPSC final examination also, you will be given the booklet, there will be question and there will be space. Similarly, I will be giving the topic and space. In here, you have to write your running notes. And after this, there will be a previous question or mains expected question will be there. You have to write answer and you have to keep with you. In that way, total for 12 units of paper 1 and 9 units of paper 2, I made a workbook. So in that workbook, you need to write and you have to keep with you. You have to write answers and you have to keep with you. So Monday to Saturday, you will work on the workbook, and Sunday, I will be keeping you the exam. UPSC, greater standards of UPSC examination will be there on the every Sunday. 12 tests, 10 Sundays and 2 weekdays. Every Sunday, you will be having the exam. So that Sunday question paper, that Sunday answer sheet, I will be evaluating, and within 5 days, I will be giving you back. By Friday evening, you will be getting your evaluated answer sheet with the remarks on that, with answer improvement. And I am also bringing the toppers also. I'm also bringing the toppers to discuss how to write the answers, how to write that test 1 exam, test 2 exam. Toppers are also coming to discuss how he will write the answer, how you wrote the answer, how we can write the better answer. will be discussed by the toppers, last year toppers, who are associated with me. Those toppers, they will be coming and they will be discussing the paper. 2 or 3 topics I will be giving. If you understand, okay. If not, again I will repeat it. No problem for me. Why? Because you are important for me. Yes. So in that way, 10 tests will be there. 2 tests, what is comprehensive test? Paper 1 full length test, paper 2 full length test. That's what. Every topic in the syllabus paper will be covered and value added notes will be provided in the form of soft copy. How? So the topic which I am going to explain, the class notes I will be sending you in the form of soft copy. So you will have the soft copy, you will have the workbook, and I will be giving this point. Yes, I am preparing complete notes with value added information which will be provided in printed material form. I will be making it a printed form in the book form and I will be sending you to the address, your address. It is totally out of my interest. Lot of my friends, lot of my associates, when I discussed this, everyone discouraged me. No, I have to do something which my students should exclusively have it. If I send in the soft copy, just one Telegram channel, if you put finish, everyone can use it. No, let it be Xerox, no problem. Let it be Xerox. Xerox is a cumbersome process. People will not do. If it get pirated, only 5 or 10 or 20, but not in hundreds. So that notes, I am preparing complete notes with value-added information which will be provided in printed material form. It will be sent to your address in the month of September. Kyonki I started doing the work. You will be getting the soft copy, but that value-added information notes I will be providing in the month of September. So you will have the book. So my soft copies will be there, my classes will be there, Sunday exams you will be doing, and this book which I am going to make, I am reading 10 books. I'm reading the 10 books and I'm compiling all the books and coming with one furnished book. No need to buy any book. No need to buy any book. No need to use any book. No need to take any material from the market. No need to have any PDF. If you have any doubt, just to Google. Use only Google. That's it. My book, my class notes, my workbook, my printed material, and Google. But because you need to cross check me, you have to criticize me, you have to cross check. That also I am giving you. So use this is. So each and every topic in the syllabus paper will be covered and value added notes will be provided in the form of soft copy. 12 tests will be conducted on every Sunday. UPSC standard tests on completed units, Monday to Saturday. You have the schedule with you, the soft copy is with you. Lifelong mentoring free and membership free. This is one question everyone is asking. What is this mentorship? What is this membership? See, listen, mentor is different and teacher is different. Oxford Dictionary tells that mentor is a person who is a guide for all time. Who is a guide for all time. A teacher is a person who teaches the class and he goes off. A faculty is a person who teaches and he goes off. He will not take the responsibility. Here I am going to take the responsibility. Why? You can tell me why? Why? Because for the first time in a big way, I am coming upon my independent platform. So you people are going to become my students. You people are going to become my students. It's my responsibility. You believed me. I have to keep my word. That is what I made this big statement: mentoring free and membership. Mentoring free, membership free. Next, any 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, any problem, you can call me anytime. You cannot find a single complaint that Vishnu sir did not lift my call, Vishnu sir did not responded my message. I'm not talking about my students, random students. I'm not talking about my students, random students, any student who don't know also. Because I know the pain of the student. Why I didn't clear? I didn't clear because of no proper mentor. You don't know my teacher phone number. I don't know till date also. Till date also I don't know my teacher number. I faced. That's what students want, that I want to give. What I missed, that I want to give. That is what. Lifelong mentoring free and membership free. Free guidance on general studies as well. Any doubt? General studies means not classes. I'm giving you the clarity. Free guidance on general studies means, sir, a non-cooperation movement kahan se padna hai? This non-cooperation movement where I have to read. Then I will give you the information. Sir, this is something very new. Where this topic is there, quasi-judicial bodies, where I can go for it. Yes, from here you can go. Sir, what is this difference between the current account deficit and capital account deficit? Yes, such type of thing you can ask me, I can answer you also. That depends upon the relationship. Free guidance on general studies as well. 9 to 9 support system. What is this 9 to 9 support system? Morning 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Anytime you can call me. I told 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. also, but students are calling me at 11:30 also. I am. Yesterday, one student called me at 1:30 p.m. 1:30 a.m. It's called as a.m. Yes, I responded. Because how much, honestly, I'm telling how much effort I kept for my UPSC last attempt and my first attempt. That much effort I'm putting on this. My wife is asking, this much hard work you should have kept in your UPSC preparation only. This much hard work, why you are putting all this? Not taking care of the doctor. Yes, these all things will be there, but because of the response. Interactive workbook will be given for answer writing and notes making. First time in Indian competitive exam, I told you. Interactive workbook. Frequent classes, 100%. Frequent classes, I will tell you the dates also. From July 11th to July 18th, you will be having the classes of the toppers. Yes. In this way, 9 to 9 support system. Interactive workbook will be given for answer writing and notes making. So that workbook will be very effective.